Hello, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Tyrabell. This is Awakened or True or Truly Awakened. Welcome back to the channel if you've been here before, and welcome if you've never been here before. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Right now it's a late night, so I'm going to do a late night pick a card. Whenever you find this, just know that my readings are timeless. Today we have 4 piles. Remember that readings are for confirmation of what your intuition is telling you. So if you hear anything that is not plausible, that does not resonate, just discard. It's not for you. And hopefully I can center myself. Here, let's fix the camera. How you guys doing? It's been a while. A lot going on where I am at this moment. I am fine. For anyone that lives in California, I hope that you guys are doing fine, and my prayers go out to you and those who have had to evacuate or leave their homes. So yes, it has been a very interesting time, and I wanted to channel some messages. Today is the 11/11 or 111 portal. Did I say that right? Yeah, 111 portal, and there is a full moon coming up on the 13th. So I'm channeling for the full moon, but if you're watching this at the time that I'm filming or near a portal, 11/11 or 111, this could also resonate for something like that. Again, timeless. So we have 4 piles today, and the first pile is going to be the Thoth Tarot. The second pile is the Modern Witch Tarot. The third pile is the Vision Quest deck. And the last and final pile is the Ethereal Visions Tarot. So go ahead and select a pile. I'm going to start shuffling for pile 1. And again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, but the time stamps will be down below if you're no longer live. Hello, pile number one. You chose the Thoth Tarot. It looks like this. This is the pile that you chose. I was hearing accountant. Someone has an accountant or they are an accountant. Let me get comfortable 1 second. Someone likes to go shoe shopping, or you have like really nice shoes, like a good shoe collection. Sorry. Sometimes when I channel, I take a really deep breath. I notice that about myself. The song that's playing right now is What I Deserve, or What You Deserve by Ivy Soul. What you deserve. And what you deserve is what you're gonna get. So maybe this is like, maybe Pawan, you guys have an understanding of like luxury, or you may have really good taste. You might be like Taurus, or have significant like Venus placements. I'm also hearing charismatic. And, you might feel like some people might view you as a bit like dramatic at times, but it is warranted. It is necessary in some capacity. Maybe you understand this. And maybe you have a very eccentric style. Like, you might change your style a lot. Let's go ahead and just get into the cards. I want to channel more, but I feel like it's falling flat. So let's go. So the first card we have is the Lovers. So pile number one, you may have love on the brain. You may be getting into some sort of serious relationship. Some of us are in pile number one are married already. You may be in a serious relationship. And what you tolerate within love or within romantic circumstances is really important at this time, because it does set some sort of tone, or if you are being reflected something from someone else, the tone that is set is really important at this time. So pay attention to like the themes and looking deeper into yourself, but also looking deeper into the connections around you. I'm hearing plagiarism, so beware of like someone copying and pasting, maybe copying your work. And I'm hearing stylistic choices. So these two are wearing like very nice gear, very nice wardrobes. And then also you see like there's a Cupid at the very top, and there's like a man that's kind of conducting this relationship from above. So just know if there is a significant relationship in your life at this time, it is very essential to, I want to say, who you are as a person, and maybe stepping into this Empress role. The Empress is normally seen as a wife, or a feminine who is held in a very high position, who has gone through a lot to become the Empress. So they've gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of life's lessons. They have nice things. They take very good care of themselves. And with this shield, they have good boundaries. So not everyone has access to the Empress, and that is for a reason. So there is some sort of intuition that you may have. If someone watching this pile is trying to get pregnant, if your intuition is telling you that you are, maybe you want to go get a test, book an appointment, especially that there's children on this card as well. So follow your divine guidance at this time. There's something that your intuition is trying to communicate to you. You might be seeing swans or like birds that feel significant to you in like your third eye, or you might have a connection to birds. You might study birds, the symbolism around birds, bird watching, something like this. And, you know, especially if there's a home that you are looking after, that there may be children already within this home, or you're planning to have children, something like this, looking forward to like future generations, there's some sort of mastery that is happening. So whatever you've learned up until this point, it's important that you accept the lessons of it, and again, trust your intuition. So if you are nesting at this time, continue to do so. So the next card we have is the failure card. There may be some projects, and it's clarified by the Princess of Discs. There may be some projects that didn't get off the ground, or things that you didn't want to happen that happened while you are working, building, studying something. And that might have felt like a big setback, especially if you poured a lot of energy and time into this. But the fact that this failure card is clarified by the Princess of Discs, whatever it is that you're creating, she is physically pregnant. So remember that pregnancy can also just symbolize fertility, new life, new chapters in your life. It can symbolize creativity. So we use our creativity when building projects or working on working on things creatively within our lives, right? And the Princess of Discs is a student, more so, a young woman, someone planning for their future. So the fact that this is clarified by the Princess of Discs, for me, it's like you are still building towards whatever it is that you're seeking out, but this moment of failure isn't as big in the grand scope as you think. It's just a hiccup. It's a moment. And Spirit is like, don't let it get the best of your plans. Don't let it get the best of your studies. If someone's physically pregnant, like making sure you're taking rests, take breaks, slow down. Like you can't handle, Rome wasn't built in one night, you can't handle everything in one setting, So take your time, and make sure you're not letting the small hiccups in your plans get the best of you. So there is some sort of emotional turmoil. If you are partnered at this time, this turmoil could have to do with your partner and maybe some sort of, I want to say minced plans, things that didn't work out, that are creating some sort of misjudgment. You might be seeing the circumstances through a blurred lens. And if your partner is involved in this, there is some sort of, there might be some sort of circumstances around you that are outside of your control, but you know that they're wrong, right? And maybe this could have to do with your partner. I want to say it could be even potentially your partner's work. Like what they do for work, there's something around what they do and it's off kilter. And it's important that whoever you are with doesn't ignore that. So if you work with your person, then this may apply. And if it's not romantic, then it could be within a work situation or a study situation at school. There is some sort of not seeing things clearly, emotions clouding one's judgment. And it's clarified by this Knight of Discs. So this could be a masculine involved, but it could also be your own inner masculine. And it could be this reminder to remain diligent, to remain determined, take your time. So Pentacles energy is very slow moving. And we have the Princess of Discs and the Knight of Discs here. So don't ignore when something feels off, but it's not a reason to, I'm hearing blind confidence. It's not a reason to turn off your intuitive knowing. Just because your emotions might be getting in the way. You know, our emotions are important. And especially if you feel like you're hitting some sort of breaking point and you feel like you failed at something, don't let the emotions get in the way, because that might put you in energy of being in denial or ignoring something that's very important. So go within for answers, and that's like never what we want to hear, right? But if you feel like you're in a moment of pause or isolation, it's for a reason, and it is to gain more clarity and certainty around your security. And maybe there are untrustworthy people around your security or your finances. Like, they may see your abundance and may see your security, stability, and they might, want to leech onto that. So we have at the corner here is these 3-headed dogs, and I'm going to reference the Harry Potter movies. If you want to click out at this point, that's fine. Like, I don't care. But in the Harry Potter movies, there's the 3-headed dogs that are protecting that door. And that is essentially where that chamber of secrets lies. So I think that you are very protected, and you do guard yourself, pile number one, like I was saying in the beginning. And maybe you are still a student to life. There are things that you still are pursuing and looking forward to. And people do see your confidence in your style, your aesthetics, what you're building for yourself, and that you are a secure person. And there are people that are maybe even envious of that. And that could create, your own emotions kind of clouding your intuition. And if there is a masculine in your life, it could be affecting this person's pursuits as well. And Spirit is saying, like, do not ignore truths, even if it's intuitive. And there are untrustworthy people that you need to really shield and block out. And if you are feeling like there's more money coming in, there is. And it's important that you don't complain, compare, or like rant and vent too much at this time. Someone may be doing a little bit of shopping, retail therapy very soon. And the home specifically is actually very secure at this time. So make sure you're really blocking out the noise and protecting yourself and maybe your person even. And hopefully your person can do the same for you and reciprocate that. But if you feel that you are the one with that intuition at this time, make sure even if it's a platonic friendship or a partner that you work with, make sure you're being that voice of reason and staying grounded at this time. Let's get some clarifiers. And someone's in a relationship in this pile. Someone's partner is like on high alert. And maybe they love that sense of security, and it's kind of creating these fears. And when we move out of fear, I feel like I say that a lot on this channel, but when you move out of fear, it can make you take actions that are counterproductive and counterintuitive. So you really have to get grounded. You have to find, your intuition in the chaos, which I think that, like I said, whatever this feeling of failure or stagnation or disappointment is, if you could zoom out of the circumstance and see it from a higher perspective, you'd be like, well, it's in the grand scheme, not that big of a deal. And only apply what applies. So if that does not resonate, do not take it. You know your circumstance. Someone may be a Gemini here. I also see Scorpio. Meditating Also, to get some answers will be helpful through the full moon or whenever you're watching this. Trust your intuition above all else right now. And I'm hearing that Big Sean lyric, these aren't tattoos, these are scars. So maybe there's something that you have survived, and, this could be intimidating to people that you carry yourself the way that you carry yourself, but also know that what you've been through, what you've survived is, it's an accomplishment in itself. So maybe you're listening to this and you're like, whoa, I don't feel that secure. I don't feel this, that, and the third. But that is just not how you're viewed. That's not how you're being perceived. So these aren't tattoos, these are scars. There's some sort of intimidation factor, but also knowing yourself, like, what I've endured has made me who I am, and taught me some things, leveled me up in some ways. And maybe you're anticipating a lot at this time, and there are changes happening that you might not be able to fully see. So stay balanced, stay grounded, stay focused through this full moon. So we have true love come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. So for the listeners that are like, I'm dreaming of love, though I don't have that in my life, sorry, I'm getting distracted by my downloads. I'm hearing vampire. So some of you have this very beautiful aura that people are very attracted to, like bees to the honey, like, bugs to the light in a dark space. So moth to the flame. And these people want a piece of that energy. And I think that right now you are in a very loving energy, and you're sending out this very compassionate, admirable vibration. And this could, attract a lot of things. But I think, hopefully, Pawan, you are looking to call in more love, more support, more generosity, more patience, all the things that love is, right? So, and if this is within a partnership as well, like you want to feel a little bit more grounded, more secure with your person, I want to say keep calling it in for yourself in whatever way. Self-care is a great way to strengthen your aura. So we have, you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to do. So whatever setback you're dealing with is not a sign to give up. It's not a sign that it's over. It's not a sign that you are being stopped in any way or that it won't happen. So you have to remember that you are limitless, and make sure you're taking risks and making choices from that space rather than limitation, failure, or fear. As we mentioned before, you might be seeing 444 in a lot of different places as well, and this will be your confirmation that this reading is yours and your angels are trying to reach out to you. So we have the Lover. So again, someone is in a serious connection. Someone is manifesting a serious connection. I'm hearing power couple. So you're extremely magnetic, especially when you're standing in your compassion, your love for life. You're being authentic and genuine. I did say swans were a big synchronicity, or birds, at the very beginning, so don't take that lightly. There's also swans on this card as well. Swans, and swans. Can't make this up. All right. Someone is going to be very much spoiled within their relationship. like in a material way. um, yeah, someone's going like on a shopping spree. um, so I want to say also with this Lover card, make sure you're doing any shadow work that's necessary. Look deeper into the circumstances, look to your emotions. Because I think the best advice I heard recently was, logic, we see it as always correct, always right. But then we see emotions as they're not always secure, correct, or right? But emotion and intuition are the same thing. So yes, emotion can lead us astray sometimes, but that doesn't mean that it isn't right or that it isn't valuable. So when we're doing shadow work, it's like we're doing that work. We're deciding, okay, this is valuable. This can go. This is a distraction. So make sure your emotions are in check. Stay grounded. Purge if you need to purge, but then you got to bounce back and really get into your bag. Get into feeling like the lover, feeling compassionate, being open to life, being receptive. So again, they're just confirming the last message here is that you are being watched. So if you feel the desire to stay home, if you feel the desire to be more protective over your space, over your time, there are people that are observing what you're doing. This could be on social media. This could be in real life. This could be with what you're doing with your finances. And so just be careful of that. And whoever this is untrustworthy, and they need to be blocked out and shut down. And I think whoever that message is for, you would have a lot of confirmation around that being true. So if that sounds like a surprise for you, then that's probably not your message. Okay, think of any question. Anything that is left lingering, and I am going to get you an answer. Think of any question that might be lingering. And remember, your intuition is always correct. So if you don't like the answer, just don't take it. Your answer is no. Make sure you're getting good rest at this time. Again, don't be afraid to work from home or take that nap. Pile number 1. I hope that you're having a good start to your year. And thank you for being here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new here, let me know how this resonated. And comment down below a swan if you felt that it was on point. Let me know. Also, pile number 1, steer clear of triangulation tactics. Steer clear of the fear, steer clear of being triangulated. It is a manipulation tactic to essentially distract you. Okay, we're going to move on to pile number 2. Thank you, pile number 1, for letting me be your reader. Hello. Pile number 2. You chose the Modern Witch Tarot. I feel like whoever clicked on this pile, you might be new to tarot or pick-up piles, or you might be new to our channel. I just want to remind you again that readings are for confirmation of what your intuition is telling you. So if there's anything that is said that is not resonating, just discard it. You can always try a different pile, and then I have a playlist with all my readings on there. And just know that you create your own reality. Anything can change at any time. And these are to meet you where you're at in this present moment. So I feel that maybe someone's feeling a little bit afraid to listen to readings. Take it as if you're listening to advice from a friend. And you should never take anyone's advice at face value. You should always apply your own discernment, your own experiences, and, know thyself. So know what you know, and stick to that. And, learn along the way. So if there's anything here that does not resonate, just discard, okay? Okay, pile number 1. So I like to channel just a little bit before I read the cards. I'm hearing that someone may be dealing with some sort of hierarchy at work. There might be power games, power dynamics that are not great. Maybe you're not loving it. I'm also hearing satellites. With what's going on here, that is a funny download. Satellites. Spirit is saying to cherish yourself, cherish the moments. Take breaks, take more breaks, especially if you're working a lot at this time. And they're saying take creative breaks. So maybe someone works in a creative field, so you feel like your job is more leisure, but they're take breaks from even creating. Make sure you're writing down your ideas so you don't lose track of them, especially if you are taking a break. There might be someone around you who's crying out for help. And, you have to decipher if that message is for you. And if it is, set your boundaries, set the tone, do what you can. Someone has an ancestor or friend, someone around them named Cheryl. May work with a Cheryl. Make sure you're protecting yourself from stranger dangers. Don't conversate with people if you feel the vibes are off, or trust in people if you feel like the vibes are off. We're going to stop it there. Okay, so let's get into these cards now. We have this 9 of Cups. So sorry, I like to take deep breaths to center and find myself, especially after channeling or before channeling. Despite there being some sort of sneaky behavior around you or elusive circumstances, maybe you needed support due to something sketchy happening around you. Despite that, you are coming out on top of this circumstance, and maybe you feel it, you know it, you see it. There's some sort of wish fulfillment. And maybe this circumstance offered you an opportunity to do some shadow work, and it's made you feel more content, poised in some way. I'm hearing critique culture, and I was also hearing petite culture. This girl, she has a tutu on. So you may be like a dancer of sorts. Hello, my fellow dancers, me too. And then also critique culture. It just feels like a time period where there's a lot of judgment or foul play, things like this. And whatever the circumstance is or was, maybe this is your confirmation, or you're feeling this sense of like contentment, happiness, a wish fulfillment. And maybe you're seeing the signs that your hard work has paid off despite people or things going against you. So there's like some sort of good news or feelings of contentment despite something, and your hard work feels like it's paying off. You may be some sort of business owner, or you could be someone who is embodying this very strong, confident, masculine energy, even if you are a feminine. So we have the Lovers. You may be called to another pile. So you may want to listen to more than once, or listen to more than one, and maybe you want to listen to it more than once. There is a connection here that is for you, and maybe you are, or you tend to be more slow moving due to some sort of healing work you've had to do around the idea of connections. And maybe that makes you move at a slower pace. You like to check, like to check your own checks and balances. Like it could be your finances. And maybe you want to feel secure within partnership. And maybe that is important to you. You value being sturdy for others and also secure within yourself, which is beautiful. But I think Spirit is saying that, overcompensating, especially in the realm of finances, can be a distraction at times. And it can maybe make you miss the point of a spiritual or romantic connection. If you see here, there's an angel here. And it's almost like the angel's turning their head, because it's like, I gave you this thing to nurture and love, and I feel like you're focusing on something more 3D when this is like very I always say that like true love, real love is a 5D experience that we get to have within ourselves. It's not superficial in any means. So you could be a King of Pentacles, you could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, but I'm channeling this in Capricorn season, so you could be none of those things. And remember that my readings are timeless, so whenever you find it. So someone has a new girlfriend. You could be worried about maybe the wrong things. Maybe you're worried that your person has options. Maybe you have options, but there's some sort of distraction here. And I feel like your angels are a little disappointed about that. So maybe you're healing from sketchy circumstances in the past. And the song that's playing right now is Girlfriend by Chris Brown. And he's just saying over and over again, I don't want your girlfriend. Anyway, this card is the Judgment card, and it's clarified by the sun. So again, pile number 2, you're getting some really, 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 really good downloads, news from your angels. Your angels are very close. And your confirmation of this is going to be, you might be seeing like red cloth. There might be red clothing that you own. You might have red clothes on. There's red. I just keep seeing red. So the angel in the last card, her wings are red. The Justice card coming up is red. This flag is red, and the angel here has red wings. So respond to your spiritual tests wisely. There's going to be a very, very, very positive outcome, and I think that Spirit is trying to show you that. So be grounded, be optimistic, and really lean into your own inner child's like sense of joy. And I want to specify sense of joy because this Sun card is a child who's extremely joyous and happy. And I know that not everyone has the most fond memories of their childhood. So we don't want to, lean into the wounded child. We want to lean into the happy child. So whatever your angels are revealing to you, there was some sort of spiritual test. I feel like you are passing it, or you will. And there's some sort of clarity, and that's going to propel you forward into taking some sort of action that's going to make you very happy. So we have this Empress. This could be the person on your mind. This could be a person in your future. The Empress is a wife. This is a nurturer. This is a mother. She oversees the home. She's a person who has been through a lot to become the Empress. She doesn't just be the Empress overnight. She is, homegrown and wise and, present, diligent, all the things, right? She's amazing. She's mother. And underneath that is the Justice card. So there is some sort of positive karma, justice on your side. And even the Empress, if she is not a person, can symbolize fertility, new life, creativity, love, abundance, beauty, all the things. So whatever this justice is bringing you is something extremely positive. And it could simply be like a new chapter that feels very Venusian and luxurious in that sense. So I think Spirit is really just asking you, Pal 2, to really celebrate yourself and know that you've passed some sort of spiritual test. And maybe the cards were on the table, the pressure was on, something was really challenging you, and maybe there were people against you, or there was a circumstance that you had to heal from, and you absolutely did that. So make sure you're not falling back into any old patterns or complaining at this time. And I want to say take risks when it comes to your creativity, and be creative with whatever you're creating within your life. So that is another thing about the Empress, is she's not just going to do it. She's going to make it beautiful. She's going to make it special. So make it special, whatever it is. Let's get some confirmations from the Oracle. The song that's playing now is Love and Its Glory by Minnie Riperton. So maybe give that one a listen. I want to say shout out to you, Pal 2. There is some sort of justice, wish fulfillment, clarity, and maybe even a new relationship, or just like healthy partnership here that you are experiencing or you will experience. I want to say someone's shadow might be in the way. And I think that is why, again, leaning into the healed inner child, the happy child, not the wounded child. There is some sort of destined circumstances playing out, and then it could also be, for those who aren't in a connection, a destined connection. If you aren't already, just know that you will be seeing something very clearly. On the bottom of the deck, we have that eternal child. Isn't that funny? Please excuse my nails. They are looking crazy right now. And I think whatever lesson you've learned, I think you've had to stand up to things that you knew weren't right. And I think Spirit is about to reward you greatly for doing so. So we have dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that is deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. And so there's a girl here and she is sleeping. Make sure you're getting enough rest at this time, because we do renew our cells at night when we're sleeping. our body gets to reset. We fast during our bedtime. Make sure you get water as well, enough water. Someone might be receiving a really positive message when they wake up in the morning. You might roll over and have a positive text message from someone. So be ready for that. And make sure you're getting deep sleep. So if you need to put on some like sound healing music, sound frequencies, a sleep tea before bed, rest up. And again, we have healing. Candle flame, burn this hour, bring me to your healing power. So I did mention there's some sort of healing work that happened, and keep doing that work. And how this says, bring me to your healing power. I think a lot of people forget that when we turn a new leaf and we focus on those wounds and things, there's rewards. There's spiritual rewards. It sounds so funny and it sounds crazy, but it's real. And the more that you work on those blockages or things that you feel are holding you back, you renew, and it turns into power. You turn pain into power. So this card says, ask for help. What is it that you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support that you need. So, maybe there were people around you that treated you like your needs were you being immature, or you being too needy, too clingy, too, so for some it could be like arrogant, like you admitting to yourself that you needed certain things or speaking them out loud was not welcomed by people, or was not welcomed. And you are being actually asked to speak up even more and allow yourself the support that you desire and need. I want to say that, and it looks like this girl is asking an elder, and that is what we should be doing. The elder generation should be supporting, the younger generation, but not always do we see support in the same lens. So either way, make sure you're making your needs known, and vice versa. Support others. So we have union of hearts. There's a connection of love that defies explanation. So again, with the Judgment card, with the Lover's card, I think you might be seeing someone around you, your partner, or some sort of new connection through a very different lens, if not already, then very soon. And we have the River. And for me, relationships, I always say this, relationships are reflections. So with this River card, make sure you're reflecting at this time and flowing through things. So detach, observe, reflect, flow. Detach, observed, reflect, or observe, reflect, flow. Especially if you are healing at this time. If you need more support, even spiritually, make sure you're praying. Don't try to make sense of, a connection or the feelings that you may have. Makes you sleep on it. You might be receiving some sort of information during your dream state. But this is a period of reflection at this time. This card here says, what a time to be a free thinker. So make sure you're thinking for yourself. Don't lean too much on others' opinions. Be discernful. And the other card says, never afraid to chase a dream. So especially if you're having to reflect on recent events, see things clearly and don't let fear cloud your judgment in any way, in any capacity. Especially if you're pursuing something that you think you've idealized in some sense. Spirit is reminding you, like, it's not dumb to have a dream. It's not dumb to, think for yourself. It's actually maybe even essential, right? So think of any question that might be lingering at this time, anything you feel is unanswered. If you need more time, you can pause the video, and always rely on your intuition above all else. So if you don't like the answer, no big deal. Your answer is yes, pile number 2. So I hope that was a good yes. Comment down below a raindrop if this resonated with the river, to symbolize going with the flow, focusing on that emotional work, embracing your emotions, allowing yourself to be supported, etc., etc. If this resonated, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I thoroughly enjoy doing readings, and I want to keep doing them, and your support really helps us. And if you ever want a personal reading, make sure you check out the links down below. I'm always accepting new clients. And thank you, pile number 2, for being here. I am going to go ahead and move on to pile number 3. I hope that this helped. I hope that this resonated. Oh, hello, Mega Ape. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm zoned in, but thank you for being here, and I'm happy that that resonated. Thank you for letting me know. Hope you are doing well at this time. I'm so thirsty. It's really dry in here. Okay, so let's get this pile number 3 rolling. Hello, pile number 3. You chose the Vision Quest deck. I am going to channel just a little bit before we get into the cards. When I was shuffling for you guys, I heard, you can't smoke anymore. You can't smoke anymore, pile 3. So you might have someone around you like super sassy, like that doesn't want you to smoke. And maybe you might need help quitting, especially if it's like nicotine. But for me, I saw it as weed, like someone might be done smoking weed, or maybe you're not. I don't know. You might have someone around you that's just a little sassy about it. But it was like a woman's voice, like, you can't smoke anymore. So take it if it resonates. The song that's playing now is Complicated by Avril Lavigne. There's some sort of help or support coming in for you, pile number 2, which will be like a relief. Have you ever heard that, file number 2, have you heard that sound bit from Nicki Minaj? And she's like, the things you do when no one is watching. Please tell me somebody knows what I'm talking about. And she's like super quiet. She's like, the things you do when you think no one is watching. It's so like, it's so extra. It's so Nicki. But I'm hearing that sound bit. So maybe this could be you that's like really sassy. Maybe you have like sassy females around you that like keep you in check. Also, you could be getting tea about something that's like happening around you that is like profound in some capacity that makes you feel like, wow, that's tea. Like, I can't believe I saw that. And I'm hearing orchestrated events. Someone may be getting new animals, and they might be like a pair, twins. Pile 3, you may be like a jack of all trades, or is that a jack of all trades? I think that's how you say it. Like, you might be good at a lot of different things. Someone's gonna have a potluck or some sort of like, it's literally January when I'm filming this, but you could be watching at a later date. I'm hearing Friendsgiving, potluck, meeting up, having a bunch of different dishes with the friends. Someone may be watching the Shrek movies. I'm also hearing Lord Farquaad, or someone might have like a bob, like a nice little bob, something like that, like Lord Farquaad. And I'm getting really chatty with this pile, so I feel like you might be like a social butterfly. I'm hearing generous. You could be very generous with like your friends, with your family. Charismatic, social butterfly, maybe even like flamboyant in some sense, some capacity. Take what resonates here. I'm just picking up my energy. Whatever's happening around you is cyclical. So it's like a cycle. You may be revisiting some sort of part of cycle. Okay, let's get into the cards. So the first card that we have is this 4 of Earth. Someone may live near like a, what are they called? I think it starts with like an L. Like when they line up the rocks, they have a bunch of them here. And there's a movie titled after this. It's called it's gonna come anyway. There might be like fancy lineup of rocks that you use as decor or to line a path. This is the 4 of security. Someone may collect some sort of like rocks, and somebody may be in the public eye. Like, you might have security as well. You might pay people to do security for you. So yeah, take it as it resonates. Someone is also questioning I'm hearing their faith, but questioning their sense of security at this time. Maybe you're having some sort of internal conflicts around your home, feeling maybe insecure, like feeling like worried. And maybe this has to do with what you do for work. You feel like maybe I'm hearing boundaries. So, this card here says, if it doesn't bring you peace, profit, or purpose, don't give it your time, energy, or attention. So I want to say there's some sort of indecision that you're leaving behind for some sort of inner peace regarding your home, your self sense of security, and potentially like potentially you may be having to let go of something that is not bringing you that sense of peace or security. And maybe you're worried, you're like, I know I deserve more, but what I have right here is, it was enough for a certain amount of time. It was enough. And Spirit's like, you will be coming out of indecision around this because you're going to choose that peace, that profit, that purpose over anything that's like distracting you from feeling, clear about what's an asset and what's not. So that's what you might be I almost said complicating it. So it's like maybe you're overthinking it. You're overthinking it just a little bit. So we have this accumulation card. I think that you are someone who makes money in a way that is not super overburdening. And whatever abundance you receive from this, it's like, it's decent, it's okay. And it's like, I feel like you know that you deserve more, but you're afraid to reach for more. And the clarifier here is we have the 4 of earth and we have the 4 of water. One is security, one is abundance. And 4s in the tarot, in this capacity, in this sense, in this tone, feel like a turning point. So either way, something is changing, and it's like you want to cling on to what you have, but once you hit a certain amount of security, once you hit a certain amount of abundance, the tides have to turn. The tides have to turn. There is going to be change. And maybe you're afraid of the uncertainty, but Spirit is reminding you, you are going to gain more than you lose. There will be more to gain. And it might be more effortless than you realize. But there is some sort of letting go of old memories, letting go of something that once brought you a sense of security. And this card says, creating something is better than creating nothing. What I have to say is important. There is no life without art. So I feel like that could also mean surrendering the thing that isn't tied to your purpose, isn't tied to your happiness, isn't tied to you feeling like you're in control or creating in some capacity. And that could be tied to some sort of feminine wounds. So mother wounds, or just, blockages within your feminine energy, your ability to receive, your ability to attract, your ability to be magnetic, and your ability to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself. So make sure that you're not even letting past people or past memories distract you from creating what it is that's on your mind. So we have integrity. Integrity. So there's some sort of patience with whatever you're working towards and desiring to create in your life, or whatever you're passionate about. So let's say you do have a hobby jobby, a hobby jobby that is more so purpose than it is about security. And it may take more time to get to that sense of inner order or security. That integrity is a test. It's a constant test of your faith. And faith requires us to believe. It requires us to believe and be patient. And even if you can't see the fullness, the growth, the inner order, the 8 of earth here, even if you can't see it, it's what you're working towards. And that is going to be way more profitable, way more longevitous than clinging on to anything from the past. So there is some sort of trickster energy. It could be even like temptation, indecision, due to the chaotic nature of whatever's happening around you, or the unpredictable, and that may make you feel like something is impossible. But it is also potential. The unknown is also potential. So I want to say there may be unexpected fortune, but again, there's patience, there's integrity needed to achieve that outcome, and putting in hard work to something that is a hobby jobby, that is a passion project, something you care about, a gift. So we have the transition card. There may be some sort of triangulation happening at work. There may be some sort of triangulation happening within your family. I don't think it's love, but it could be. If that doesn't apply, then make sure you're not considering options that aren't actually options. That would be a distraction. So anytime we're going through a transformation, it can be like an ego death. And sometimes it's like a dark night of the soul, like they say. For me, it's like shedding things that they're literally just weighing us down, and grieving through it, and coming out the other side renewed as a better version of ourselves. Don't let the mind run off with you. If you're being too ambitious, you may be considering options that aren't actually options, and that could overwhelm you, and that could turn into some sort of like lingering indecision. So make sure you're writing at this time, especially if you are purging some really heavy concepts, things, versions of yourself, because you don't want to let the lingering especially if it's like inauthentic parts of yourself. You don't want those parts of yourself to continue forward beyond this point, especially if you're going through some sort of ego death. You know, what would be the point of shedding all these things to not have that self-improvement? You know? Believe in that pure potential. So write about it. Someone needs to like clear space on a desk to write and journal. Someone's like, I can see someone writing in their phone. Doesn't matter how you do it. All right, let's pull some clarifiers. I'm hearing pile number 3, and obviously you only take what resonates, but I'm hearing believe in the unimaginable. So there's going to be things outside of what you can imagine, but that doesn't mean that you need to be like pulling the past with you and expecting that outcome, you know, or expecting bad outcomes because XYZ happened prior, right? So believe that there's something occurring here that is beyond the version of yourself in this moment. If that makes sense. Believe in a higher outcome. And even with like the cards that are on the table, they scream they scream in abundance, you know? So I want to say don't be distracted. And if someone's dealing with like a chaotic time period, make sure you're navigating the situation to the best of your ability, and like believe that you're doing your best. Like give yourself credit. And if you feel like you could be doing better, that's something to journal about. Take action. Do what you can. So we have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Confirmation. Someone should get into Comedics, studying ancient Comedics, hieroglyphics, different stories from the Egyptians. Maybe pick up a book and you might get some sort of insights. Make sure you're getting out in the sun, even though it is winter. Like on a sunny day, go for a walk. I'm also hearing cheer up. Somebody needs to cheer up. Don't be so down on yourself. And I want to say set some intentions. Like, what do you want to happen? Set some intentions. We have safe home. I cast this circle round about. Safety is now beyond doubt. So don't question your security. Surrender your doubts to your angels, ancestors, and guides. Somebody may be like copying something that you're doing at this time, so just beware. And that might make you feel fearful of your sense of security, like it's being not honored by someone else. So that is your confirmation if you feel that. If you're into magical things, make sure you're working your magic at this time. Any candle work, any affirmations, intention setting will be great to do at this time. This card says, receive the healing energy being sent with gratitude. And when I pull this card, I usually feel that it's being sent to you from someone else. So make sure you're receiving it from those who care about you, those who love you. Don't be too guarded that you can't feel and receive love and that sense of gratitude. Maybe start doing a gratitude list in the morning as well. The song that's playing is Go Off by Doja Cat. It's a really good song. So the last card we have is the offering. So you may be sort of offering. You may be giving some sort of offering. I think, though, that you are receiving it. And whatever this is going to be a blessing. It's going to help you focus more on your creativity and whatever you are wanting to pursue in this life. Make sure you yield to any red flags. And again, like, stay so focused on your routines. Stay so focused on, what brings you that sense of purpose. Don't fall into any drama, triangulation, or anything like that. But be open to receive some sort of gift, offering, support. Pile number 3. Think of a question. I can feel pile number 3's like indecision. I can feel like feeling like you're in some sort of like rut. So I want to say journal at this time as much as you can and just know that you're safe. I think that those are the most basic things that I should say to you that should stick. And if you need to replay this message or, do a guided meditation, something. Think of a question, pile number 3. If you need more answers, just a yes or no question. And you can pause this video if you need more time to think of a question. The answer for you, pile number 3, is no. And I hope that is a good no, but always listen to your intuition first. So if you don't resonate with that answer, that is fine. It's not a big deal. You may be dealing with, pile number 3, like sarcastic people, ingenuine people. And Spirit is saying sarcasm is not making light of a situation. It's not helpful. It's not how one makes light of anything. it's like almost boastful of one's negativity. It's not comic relief. It's not comedy. Especially if you don't find it funny. It's just drama. So I hope that this helped. Pile number 3. Take a deep breath. And someone needs to like put on a warm sweater. Comment down below the moon emoji if this resonated with you. I'm going to say keep having high standards for yourself. Pile number 3, trust your intuition and stand on business. There's some people around you need to stand on business with. Like, have boundaries, you know. Be you, be yourself, be authentic with them. I hope that this resonated. Make sure you comment down below that emoji, the moon emoji. Like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if this resonated. And I'm going to move on to pile number 4. Thank you, pile number 3, for being here. Hello, pile number 4. Pile number 4. You may be called to another pile, so make sure you check that out. I always channel before I get into it. And pile number 4, you've been working on something and you're not sure if people can tell. You're like, it's something like, I've been working on my body. I don't know if these people know I got body yaddy and that I'm snatched. And you're not sure. This is just an example. You're not sure if you can think that people can tell, and they can. People are like, yes, we see the results, we can tell. I feel like you may have someone reaching out to you very soon. You might have suitors, you might have a date pending, something like this, pile number 4. I'm also hearing in my head Nate Archibald. So someone may be rewatching Gossip Girl, and kudos for you. But maybe the person that's approaching you looks like Nate Archibald. I don't know. Take what resonates. So there's some sort of cheery, good message. It doesn't have to be romantic, but there's a good message on its way to you. Pile number 4. What else am I getting? If you are being approached at this time in a romantic sense, just beware of like hasty people, like even thoughtless action. Just peep game, make sure you're paying attention. Someone is worried about like what action to take, so I hope to give you clarity once we get into the cards. They're saying for you, pile number 4, that when you embrace your creativity or you lean into creative solutions, you are allowing yourself to feel like you're allowing yourself to take up space, and you're also allowing yourself to feel capable. If you are constantly pushing away your creative ideas, you're going to feel not valuable, not good enough, not capable. Also, I was hearing pile number 4, you may look androgynous to people, and your androgyny might be like enticing. They like it. Make sure you're having emotional boundaries with people at this time. And, engage in conversations when they are respectful. If they're not respectful, keep it short, keep it cute. I'm hearing cue cards. Someone may be like an actor and you're reading off of cards. Or watch the television, watch the news for people that might be reading off of cue cards. Okay, let's get into these cards. So we have the Hierophant. I'm hearing blessings and abundance. So the Hierophant is, for me, it can be many different things. It can be one's own spiritual beliefs. It can be religious beliefs. It can be a religious practice. It can be a spiritual practice. It can be literally just having a really strong routine that grounds you into the 3D reality, but you keep a higher perspective, a higher spiritual maintenance or esteem, or a spiritual God, what is the word? It's hygiene. So especially with this star shooting across the sky, it's like someone who has a very strong faith and relies on taking action from a place of like, I'm going to take the action that I know would grant my wishes, and I also know I'm being supported divinely. There's also an older mother and an older father figure on this card. So your parents may be married. You might have good examples of a strong marriage around you, or strong relationship. If not, this could be having ancestors on the other side that help and protect and guide you. And if that is the case, this could be a mother and a father that look over you, or ancestors that look over you. And especially if these are people on the other side, just know you're very loved. Pile number 4, this is the Queen of Cups. You're very loving, and you are very loved and adored. So make sure that you're embracing how you feel. You could be preparing for some sort of higher commitment. That could be within your job. That could be within love. That could be in many different areas within your spiritual practice. You could be very intuitive. Queen of Cups is usually a Cancer, Pisces. Usually just Cancer or Pisces. Scorpios, you guys are ruled by Mars. You guys are fake water signs. Let's talk about it. You may want to, if you're into that, make a little water altar or shrine. And I want to say, pile number 4, look forward to feeling very supported very soon. So you may be having a moment where you're worried about your stability or your finances at this time. You may be clinging onto something a little too tightly because of the uncertainty surrounding the circumstance. And Spirit is this is an opportunity to look into how you feel, on a deeper level, especially as it pertains to your inner mother and maybe even your physical mother. Look a little bit deeper into the circumstance, and I want to say, like, take time out to review. And maybe there are small things that are very clear, but there are big things that are unclear at this time. So there's a lot of uncertainty. Focus on what is clear. Focus on what is in your control. And I think there is more gratitude needed. Gratitude is the attitude. And coming from that space of gratitude is going to, I want to say, make you more thoughtful, make you more accepting of how you feel. And then you will be able to embrace what's in front of you without feeling overwhelmed by uncertainty. So let up just a little bit, detach a little bit, lean into your emotions and your intuition a little bit. Gratitude. You are moving on from something into calmer waters. Someone is highly surrounded by their ancestors at this time, or some sort of angelic forces. So make sure you're leaning into that. Calling in more protection at this time, especially if you feel like you're in some sort of transition. So the Six of Swords is moving from one circumstance into a better circumstance, and you're certain that this action is moving you towards something better. There may have been something that was very stagnant, and instead of overthinking it, leaving it behind, especially with the Eight of Cups, it can be hard to leave behind, because maybe there was some sort of moment of feeling like, wow, this did bring me some sort of happiness, or had the potential to bring me happiness. I think it was potential, right? So when you have to walk away from that, it can feel really disappointing. And I think right now it's creating a lot of overthinking, but whatever pivot you are making or you're going to decide to make is better. It is better. So don't break your own heart, reminiscing or being too nostalgic or clinging on to anything. There's some sort of harmony around your home, your sense of security. You may be coming together with other people or celebrating something very soon. Make sure you study yourself within this circumstance. It could be like a cycle that is playing out. If you feel that there is someone around you with poor intentions, or that they're being sneaky in some way, it is true. There is some sort of sneakiness. There is some sort of bad behavior that this person wants to catch you up in. They might be spying on you. They might be spying on your home. So there is something to beware of here, this nasty behavior. Make sure you choose yourself and choose those people or the circumstances that feel harmonious, that give you that sense of celebration or ease. Let's clarify this Seven of Swords. So if there are sneaky people around while you are trying to move into a new sense of harmony, it could be a new relationship, stay strong, because it'll be worth the wait. And again, like, there's some sort of independence, even if you're with other people, like choosing yourself and your group and your people, your party, like choosing you is important, and those who stand by you and support you. So don't be afraid to stick it out despite whatever sneaky behavior is happening. Maybe you may need to hide some sort of celebration, something that you're celebrating in your life at this time. You may need to hide it from others. And maybe it's been a tough road to get to this point. Let's get some clarity. Pile number 4. I'm a little confused. Let's see. From the oracle. Maybe we can clarify some of this. So maybe that's why there are things that are hidden from you at this time, because you are meant to be protecting something or someone, a connection. Maybe it's yourself. Maybe you're meant to be protecting your happiness, your stability. Pile number 4, you are on someone's mind in heavy rotation. They think about you often. So just know that you are loved. You may have like good advice. People may look up to you. Someone may be getting married in secret. Someone may be hiding a marriage from others. If that is true, that is so weird. I've never channeled anything like that before. So let me know. We have divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine, let their magic be clear and kind. So you are very intuitive, and there's a lot of feminine energy, even if you're masculine, that surrounds you at this time. So lean into that essence. Lean into, you may have to leave something behind. So Spirit is trying to help you navigate the circumstance, and just trust what you know, trust what you feel, trust the guidance. Make sure you're praying if you feel that you don't have that connection, or meditate. Because I think that there's some sort of movement that's meant to be happening, and, you know, I feel like you feel like taking the right action is important to you, but there may be clinging on to some sort of stagnant situation. So trust your guidance, trust yourself. I almost said sensuous as well. So you may be very sensuous. This says, love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving of all the wonderful things that life has to offer. And this person's on a sailboat. So we had 2 sailboats in this reading. And I'm hearing carrying on. So maybe whatever you're moving on from, like you feel like something is coming to an end, but you are actually going to be carrying on. And so it's like a esteem thing. Make sure you're feeling worthy of what's to come. You may be seeing rainbows, and this is your confirmation that this is your reading. Also lean into like some cheetah animal totem energy. Look it up on Google. So we have astral projection. You may be astral projecting. You may be seeing, people, significant figures that you look up to in your dreams. Again, receiving that divine guidance in your dreams, having some really vivid dreams. Someone is a model. You are also, again, an aspiration or a muse to someone in your life or to others in your life. I want to say, Pile 4, you're very loved. So I just want to remind you that there's some sort of blessings, happiness, good fortune coming in. And I want to say, pile 4, this is going to be a long life. This is going to be a long life. So I want to say, don't get hung up on anything. Don't be overthinking. Choose gratitude, because if you don't, you're going to limit yourself. And maybe you are not realizing how young you are in comparison to your lifespan. Don't compare it to society standards. Compare it to your lifespan. And you're showing up as like a page of wands. That's like a very young woman, and it can be a young man as well. And it's okay to make mistakes. So I think like loosen up on the reins. It's okay to experience that sense of stagnation and maybe even overstay your welcome, making mistakes, right? What we see as mistakes. And I think Spirit is reminding you not to limit yourself. Don't limit your potential. Don't limit your experience. Maybe you have like marriage and higher commitment on the brain, and there's some sort of harmony within unions with others. It could be platonic as well. There's some sort of harmony within your, I want to say, social status, and also your sense of security. So we have the ring. So think cycles. Whatever you're learning at this time, you're going to cycle back to this lesson again. It's going to get, hopefully we get stronger each time. We learn more about ourselves. We get deeper into anything that needs our attention. I want to say, Pile 4, you're very easy to fall in love with. Again, I just keep stressing, like, you're very adorable. You're very adored. So make sure you're loving who you are, and that you feel worthy of higher commitment. Make sure you're committing to the things that you love in your life as well. You may be getting engaged. You may be getting married. There may be commitment on your mind. So we have the ring, and obviously this represents a ring, but it is also about cycles. Moving through different cycles in our life. Make sure you look up the astrological transits at this time, and also your natal chart with this card, because it looks like the sky, looks like the stars and the constellations. The last two of these piles felt a little emotionally heavy. Yeah, you're very beautiful, pile number 4. Very beautiful. I feel like I want to get one more extra card for you guys. One more extra for pile 4. Maybe you're very like sentimental. All right. So the last card for you, pile number 4, is love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So if you feel like there's been something that has been creating some sort of holdup or some sort of uncertainty that's been plaguing you, if you're choosing love, I know it sounds corny. If you're choosing love, if you're choosing yourself, if you're choosing authenticity, if you're choosing your own self-value, knowing that you're worthy of wonderful things, then it's important that you have this mentality and this esteem to endure and to keep going forward and to not give up, right? To see it through. There was something I was going to say when I saw this card. Maybe it'll come back to me. Someone literally just needs to take a nice nap or go to sleep and wake up, and you're going to feel a lot more clear. Comment down below a ship if this is resonating, or a boat, because there's lots of boats in this reading. Someone may be getting like a new vehicle or a new car. a new mode of transportation. It could literally be a boat. You could be on a boat very soon. You may be drawn to another pile. These were very love focused, at least the first two. There is some sort of support coming in for you. Make sure you're not settling in love. Don't settle in life. Know that you are valuable and that you are worthy of great things. Pile number 4. So, if you needed any more clarity, you can think of a question and hold it in your mind. Pause this video if you need more time to think of a yes or no question. Anything that you feel is left unclear. And for you, pile number 4, your answer is no. I do hope that that is a good no. And always listen to your intuition above all else. So if there's anything you heard in this message, take it with a grain of salt. If it didn't resonate. If it did resonate, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I am taking personal readings at this time. I always am, but I am right now. And if you want to hit me up for more clarity, do so. It is a new year. That would be cool to do. We can connect. Check out the links down below, or you can hit me up on my social media, any of my social media platforms for a reading. Thank you for being here again, pile number 4. Make sure you check out another one of the piles if you feel called to. Hopefully I've shared some positive information for you. Remember, my readings are timeless. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to go. And thank you for being here. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace out.